Happy Monday. It's Monday when you are listening to this. However, it is Sunday afternoon when I am recording this. Typically, I try to do episodes or record episodes ahead of time, and sometimes I even have several lined up ready to go so that when life happens, I'm kind of ahead of the game. And it just hasn't worked out that way recently, so I have been just doing episodes a little bit more real time. And I want to make sure that I'm always on time with the Monday and Thursday releases. So I ended up having to do it on a Sunday afternoon. And even though I typically try and take Sundays off, we were out of town this weekend. We were at my husband's family and we were visiting with them, and we literally just got back, and now I'm sitting down to talk to you. So on the way home, I was kind of thinking about what episode I wanted to share with you for this week. And I have a schedule, and I had one topic picked out for this week, and I wasn't really feeling it, and I was like, I don't think I want to do that one. So I was talking to Tony. I'm like, what can I share that is kind of happening right now with our lives that work really well? And he has told me recently already, like a couple of times, that I should be sharing this one tip with you. And so when I asked him, I'm like, what is working really well for us that I could share that might help somebody else? And he brought it up again, and I'm like, okay, this is the week. This is when I have to share this one tip. So I thought about that specific tip and some other things that kind of are in that same category. So today I'm going to bring you 5 tips to help increase the efficiency or just the ease of housework. And one of them specifically is from my husband. Are you ready to stop the chaos, the stress, the overwhelm that's filling your life? I'm Renae Matt, and together you and I are going to build simple routines that are going to change your life. When you put these habits into practice, you're going to be able to organize your life in a way where you can be there for your family, pay off your debt, save money, your house can stay organized, you don't have to stress about what's for dinner, and you still get time for yourself. So without further ado, let's get started. Welcome to the Routine Advantage Podcast. So the first tip that Tony wanted me to share is actually something that I resisted for a little while, and I resisted it because he had initially recommended to do it, and I'm a little bit controlling when it comes to things I want to do my way. And he kept telling me that we should do something. It was related to the dishwasher, if that's helpful. He kept telling me that we should load it a certain way, and I was like, that's not any more efficient. It actually seems like more work, and it doesn't bother me the way that we're doing it now. And after he kept telling me, and then eventually he was like, just try it. If you don't like it after a couple weeks, then we can go back to the way you're doing it. He's like, but I really think you should try it this way. And then we realized that I was completely misunderstanding what he was actually telling me that we should do. And I'm like, oh, well, then I guess it does make a little bit more sense the way that you were telling me to do it. So the first tip is actually related to the dishwasher. It is the silverware, and it seems like this is a really annoying chore for a lot of people. I know people, and I will not call them out, but I do know people that unload the dishwasher and then just skip unloading the silverware because it is such a horrible chore for them. And then they'll just run it on the next cycle and just plan to just take silverware out of the dishwasher when they need it, rather than taking the time to take it out and put it away. So if that is you, maybe this tip will be phenomenal for you because it does make it a little easier. So initially, the reason for my confusion was Tony was telling me we should separate all of the silverware out so that when we pick it up out of the dishwasher, we can just pick it up and put it away. And I was misunderstanding. I thought he was saying to separate it all out, like forks in one section and spoons in one section and knives in one section, and like going through each like individual section and separating it all out. And I was like, it seems like more work to do that. I'm like, you're going to have to sort it at one point. Why not just do it when it's coming out clean rather than fidgeting with all of these dirty utensils? But what he was actually telling me to do was that we should put all the silverware, like not necessarily separated by utensil, but all the silverware in like the first 3 or 4 sections and separate them out, just drop them in. And then in the next one, it might be like sharps. And then in the next 2, it might be more of like the big kitchen utensils, like your spatulas and your soup ladles and things like that, so that as you're grabbing things, you're really grabbing like a category of things. So we have things separated in our kitchen where we have our silverware in one spot, sharp knives in another, and then, your kitchen utensils. So it's not necessarily separating the individual item, but it's that category where you can just take the whole, section in a handful and bring it to where it needs to go in the kitchen and, toss them in the drawer and separate them out. And you guys, this works so much better. This is definitely an area where I will tell him, and I have told him, like, yes, you are right. This does make more sense. I was totally misunderstanding what you were saying. So that is the first tip to make things a little bit easier. It seems really like a small thing, but it really does make unloading the dishwasher less of a hassle. And it takes just the same amount of time to put the things in the dishwasher as it does if you're just doing it all scattered right now. So that is the first tip, to separate it by category. And if you wash your dishes by hand, then maybe you can do something a little bit similar, whether you're laying them on a towel to dry or in a dish drainer. Kind of think of the same concept. You don't necessarily have to be using a dishwasher, but as you're washing those utensils and the silverware, you could just put them in their drying slot or wherever you have them drying in the category or the section that they are going to be put away in, to just make putting dishes away a little bit easier and less of a hassle. The second tip that I have for you today is to have a centralized laundry basket in your home. I know a lot of people will do a laundry basket in each bedroom or in both bathrooms or wherever it is. And this is helpful, but what can happen, and you're going to have to figure out what works best for your family, maybe try it both ways. But what can happen is that they start getting loaded with laundry in each of these rooms. And then before you know it, all of these baskets are full. And now you're taking 6 baskets of laundry to the laundry room when you didn't realize you had so much laundry to do. So what might be a better way of doing it is to have a centralized basket, whether that is, a bedroom, a closet, a bathroom, maybe it, depending on where your laundry room is, maybe it is just the laundry room, but to make it a habit that is the centralized laundry basket, because then you have a better sense of how full that basket is, so that you are staying caught up on laundry. Even if it's doing 1 full load a day, you can stay on top of the laundry and you're not going to be like inundated with this mountain of laundry that you didn't even realize was there. And if it's not a habit for your family or you to be putting your laundry in a basket, maybe it's just making that one of the habits for each night. We were talking recently about setting up a nighttime routine. Maybe part of that is to just say, have that on your, dinner time list. And before you sit down for dinner, everybody needs to go and take 2 minutes, run through the house, gather up their laundry, throw it in that centralized basket, so it is ready to go for you in the morning when you have your daily 7 home routine coming in and you start the load of laundry. That could be a habit that you implement to help keep up on laundry so that it's not scattered in all these different baskets and then you have this mountain of laundry. And number 3 tip is also related to the laundry. It's sorting your laundry by colors. A lot of people sort it by colors, but also kind of by type. And you can see what works best for you this way. For us, we spent a lot of years living in an apartment, and also very, very broke. So we ended up getting in the habit of hang drying a lot of our laundry because we didn't want to spend the extra quarters to throw them in the dryer. So we would hang dry a lot of our clothes, and we realized that we actually preferred to hang dry a lot of our stuff because it doesn't, shrink in weird places. It doesn't fade quite as fast. It makes your jeans last longer. There's just a lot of benefits to hang drying things. So we do have a rack in our basement where our laundry is, and we have a rack that we, put all the hangers on when I gather the hangers. And then as loads come out, we hang dry it. Once it's dry, they're already on hangers. We just, swoop them up and bring them to the closet. So what I mean by sorting your laundry, not only by the colors, but also by the type, like we will do a gather of the laundry. So we have that centralized laundry basket in the linen closet upstairs, and that's where all of our laundry goes. So we don't have different baskets in our bathroom or our bedrooms or anything like that. We have it in the closet, and everything gets put in there because then when that basket is full, I know exactly how much laundry is in there. And if I skip a load of laundry every day, it fills up real fast. So that is part of my daily 7 home routine, is to just put all the laundry in there as I'm gathering things up. And then I take that basket downstairs and I swap it. But when I'm bringing that laundry down, I am, sorting out the colors. And then not only do I sort out the colors real quick, I'm also sorting out the type. So I will, for instance, take a load of darks, and I will have a pile of dark clothes and stuff there. And then I will start separating everything for hanging clothes. And this takes like 2 minutes. I mean, it's so fast. It probably doesn't even take 2 minutes. Once you have it down, it takes such a small amount of time, but it's more efficient and easier to get your laundry done later. So I'll separate everything where it's like, these are all the hang dry, and these are all the stuff that's going to go into the dryer, like the socks and things like that. We don't hang dry those. They get kind of crunchy and weird. that we want in the dryer. So I will just take that basket of darks and I'll just separate them into the hang dry and stuff that's going to go in the dryer, so that when it comes out, I'm not like separating and sorting and trying to figure out, what needs to be pulled out to hang, what needs to be pulled out to dry. I'm not doing any of that. If I know it's a dryer load, it's going to come out of the washing machine and go straight to the dryer. If I know it's a hang dry load, I can pull that all out and I can have my, chunk of hangers there. I can't think right now. I can have that like row of hangers ready to go, and I can just start pulling things out, sticking them on the hangers and putting them on the drying rack. And it just makes it so much easier. It feels more efficient. It kind of helps you to like look at what you're actually washing and kind of strategize what's being washed first, based on what you need the dryer for, what you need the washer for. And it just makes things a little bit easier. So if you tend to struggle with trying to separate things out, and then you kind of hang half of it, and then all of a sudden you only have this little itty bitty load that's going in the dryer and it seems like a waste. This is a good way to get around that, is to just separate them all out before you throw them in the wash. And it just makes it really easy. The fourth tip that I have for you is to simplify your sets of cleaners and keep them in convenient locations. And I have talked about this before, but it is something I had to not skip because it makes such a big difference. To make cleaning easier and more efficient, it makes sense to have these little mini sets throughout your house. So if you have multiple bathrooms, or even if you just have one bathroom and then you've got the kitchen, instead of having one set of cleaners and then you have to take it through your whole house, make it easy on yourself, so that if you're standing in the bathroom and you see a mess, all you have to do is grab your spray and grab your cloth and just wipe it down and toss it in the laundry, and it's done. It takes 30 seconds, and it will help you get into the habit of making sure things are just tidy without it feeling like this little daunting process that you have to go through and clean your whole house. When you have these little sets, and when I say a mini set, I mean, don't worry about having this cabinet or cupboard full of all these different cleaners. focus on your priority ones. So maybe a glass cleaner, maybe an all-purpose cleaner, maybe a, scrub, like a shower scrub cleaner, and microfiber cloths. And if it's a kitchen, you obviously don't need a shower scrub cleaner. So figure out what cleaners are your biggest priority and keep it simple. Do as like the least amount of cleaners as possible, but have them in convenient locations. We don't want to clutter up all of your cabinets. That's not the point. It's to just make it convenient so that it helps you keep your house tidy and clean in an easier way. And my fifth and final tip is to find things that you enjoy and put those throughout your house. So this can be many different things. I have the cleaners that we are using right now are non-toxic. So we've been trying to switch things over in our house to more non-toxic items. So the cleaner that I have is a concentrate, and then it gets mixed with water, and you have them in these glass bottles and everything. But one thing that is a downside, in my opinion, is that they're not scented. And so when you clean, you want that fresh, clean smell. So one thing to help me enjoy cleaning more is to get that scent that feels fresh and clean. So I went and I bought some essential oils that I knew smelled good and I enjoyed the smell of them. And I put some of those essential oils into my cleaner. So when I'm spraying down the bathrooms, not only am I in my routine and I'm feeling good about keeping it tidy and clean, it also brings that scent. And so when I'm leaving the bathroom after it's all wiped down, it smells really good to me. And that could also be essential oil diffusers. When I got the essential oils, I actually used a company. They are called Eden's Garden. I haven't done a ton of research on essential oils, so I can't say I know a lot of people are like Young Living or doTERRA or however you say that, and they're very like adamant about which essential oils to use. I have been using Eden's Garden for a long time and I absolutely love them. They're super affordable, and we don't take any of it internally, so it's just in our home, but I absolutely love them. And they this is off topic, but they do have like a muscle relief one that we mix with a carrier oil, and it works phenomenal for my husband. For like, he gets like a lot of back pain, so I know they work because it relieves some of that muscle pain for him. So I know these oils work really well. And they have this little diffuser that has this ceramic bloom, and you don't have to plug them in, so you don't have to worry about plugins and cords and all of the mess of normal diffusers. They just have these little ceramic pots with this ceramic flower blossom on the top, and you just fill it with water or put a little water in, put your essential oil in, and it has this wick that comes down, and then it just sits in your room, and it's a very subtle scent. Like, it's not overpowering, super, super subtle, but it's really pretty, and it just makes your home have this like fresh smell. And they're just fun to have, and it just adds that extra little boost to your home to make it a little more fun to clean. Another thing that might be more fun for you is having like dusters. I despise dusting. I hate dusting. If you've been listening since the beginning, you know that I hate dusting. And having the dusters actually makes it bearable. I don't know why I hate it so much, but I do. And if I have to take a rag and do all the dusting, and I will do that every once in a while just because, it's probably the proper thing to do. In the meantime, if you get one of those little dusting wands and just get the non-scented dusters, and you just swipe that over everything in your house, it just makes it really quick and easy, and it doesn't make dusting so bad. Another thing is maybe invest in a set of microfiber towels. If you are, cleaning and you're using your old rags, or, when we were growing up, we used to just take old t-shirts and tear them apart. And that's a thrifty way of doing it. If you don't have a set of cloths and you don't have the money right now to invest in some nice cleaning cloths, or that doesn't seem like a priority to you, don't feel like you have to. just tear apart some old t-shirts and have a set of designated cleaning cloths and have that stack in your like little cleaning set. And that will just make it really easy to just quick wipe things up and clean things and throw them in the laundry. And you can recycle and reuse those without having to spend more money on, paper towels or something like that. But when I started doing my daily 7 home routine, I did go on Amazon and I purchased a set of cleaning cloths that are specifically for cleaning. They're a set of blue ones, and it just makes it so much. It sounds weird, but it makes it more fun to clean when I know that I have this set of cleaning cloths. Like, I don't know what it is. It feels more adultish to me. I don't know why that seems fun, and that might seem really weird to be a fun part of cleaning, but it is. So I think it's really important to find those little things, even if it's a really small adjustment. Just find those things that make things just a little bit easier or a little bit more enjoyable and make cleaning a little bit more fun for you and less stressful, because we spend a lot of time cleaning. We might as well make some tweaks so that we can enjoy it more. So a really quick recap for you of those 5 things to help make housework a little bit more easy, a little more efficient, and simply more fun is: number 1, when you're loading the dishwasher, set it up in categories so it's easy to just scoop things up and put them away. Number 2 is to try a centralized laundry basket. Number 3 is try sorting your laundry not only by colors, but also by type. Number 4 is to have a simple set of cleaners in convenient locations. And number 5 is to find the fun things that you enjoy that make cleaning a little bit more fun, whether it's essential oils, hand soaps, the scents that you enjoy, cleaners with added essential oils, or even a set of microfiber cloths. Find those little things that you really enjoy, and I hope that makes cleaning a little bit more fun. Did you love that episode or learn something useful? If so, would you do me a huge favor? My goal is to grow this podcast and help as many women as I can break free from the overwhelm so they can truly enjoy their life. The best way for me to do this is for you to leave a 5-star written review on your podcast app and to share this episode with a friend or in your Instagram stories. I appreciate you being here. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you on the next episode. Take care.